It's Super Saturday in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It's round 6 coming to you live from the Moray Field Sports and Entertainment Centre. My name's Dave Mills. I've been joined in commentary today by Lee Drennan, the owner and creator of We Got the Chocolates podcast. Lee, we've already seen one belter of a match. Bull Sharks 42 took on the Tigers and beat them 37. This game coming up now is Wildcats versus USQ Jets. Should be another crackerjack, my friend.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going back and watching it right now because there's another game that's about to start. So don't do it now, but at some stage, if you missed that first fixture, you absolutely need to go back and watch that. That was as good as it gets.
The big news out of that one, Lee, is Bond University Bull Sharks have smashed their way into the top 4. They're only 3 points off third. And that win kept the Tigers in 7th. And this game now becomes Jets second, taking on the Wildcats, who are in 6th. So there's the table, 57 points taking on 31 right now. But the Bull Sharks, they're roaring up 3 straight for them. So let's look at the teams. We'll start with the Wildcats. It's a home game for them. And the Wildcats led out by shooter. There they are. Brianna Gregory, Josephine Bingham, who was brilliant last week, is at the GA. Jessica Donnelly still wearing the hand guard for the injury she sustained a couple of weeks ago. Courtney Baird, the centre. Brittany Mould, the captain and wing defence. Hallie Geyer and Lillian Rennie make up the defensive end. Ali War, Madison Fallon, and Amaris Toya are the bench players. Megan Lynch, the coach. Corinne Robinson is the assistant, and Marion McCulloch is the manager. Let's look at the Jets. And here they come now. They start with Charlie Bell, who celebrated her 20th birthday yesterday, my friend.
Really?
She's a goal shooter. Lily Cubby, the goal attack. Steph O'Brien, the captain, is the wing attack. McKeely Hawks celebrated her 23rd birthday on Tuesday. She's the centre. Caitlin Pollock, the wing defence. Siobhan Sherlaw, she's the co-captain and goal defence. Bridie Condren, the keeper. Leaves a bench of Brooke Harms, Abby Houston, and Beryl Friday. Coached by Tracy Jeans-Fraser, assistant Nicole Grant, and Ashley Pollock is the manager.
Perfect. Now, just before we get underway, we are only a minute away from the start of this match, and before we get underway, we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place, the Gubby Gubby people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today.
Okay, with the umpires, I've been told that Rachel Thomas, Buddy Niku, and Nicola Stevens is a reserve, but that is not correct because Buddy Niku is not there.
He's not there.
Kelly Finlay has come into the. Kelly Finlay is the the umpire replacing Buddy Niku. So thank you for the ground announcer. That's Joel Wise making his debut as a ground announcer, and we picked that up on the effects mic. So everything's in readiness. Looks like the Wildcats have got the first centre pass. Are you going to predict a score or a winner or something like that, Lee
Certainly
Drennan?
not a score. It was quite low scoring actually the last contest, to be fair, but it's as tight and tussled as you see. Oh, geez, you'd love to see it. I mean, I've always got a soft spot for the Wildcats because, you know, High School Musical, go Wildcats, that sort of thing.
I get it.
Yeah, but
I was ignoring it, but I get it.
yeah, I can see that it wasn't really resonating with you.
No, it resonated. So you go with the Wildcats because of a movie.
Yeah.
And,
well, there's 3 of them.
Indeed, they kept getting better. So
no, that's not true.
So Bingham, she has the first shot and scores. So
hard to beat the original, though. I've never seen a better sequel.
Yeah, I do like a good Zac Efron movie. And first goal of the Wildcats. I'm going to go the Jets. Anyone who's listened to the commentary the last couple of years knows I used to be at the Lions, so my heart is always with the Jets. Mm-hmm. And I reckon they're going to win by a margin, actually. So they have been so impressive the last 2 weeks. Yeah. That young lady there, Lily Cubby, didn't have the best game a few back. She's been on fire since then. So
18 years old, I think.
She's at school still. So, and starts brilliantly with a nothing but net shot. And when you look at the bench, when they got Beryl Friday sitting on the bench, who was unstoppable last week, Abby Houston in the state 19s, and Brooke Hams has been a fixture in this team. Just a bit too much depth for the Jets at the moment for me, so I think they'll win it and win it well.
Okay, well, that was quite deflating, that prediction. All right, I'll stay enthralled in the contest nonetheless.
Tell me more about High School Musical.
You ruined it for me in the first 90 seconds.
That was a good. That was a good.
It was a bit of yin and
basketball sort of song there, wasn't it?
Yeah, get your head in the game.
That's
I think you're referring to.
That's the one I'm referring to. Yeah. Of course, if you want to talk movies or netball, as we are a netball show, join us on the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page. Through the week, you can get all the news, views, and interviews on the sapphireseries.com.au.
There's a couple of good interviews going on down there, actually. Just you can't see where I'm pointing, which is probably a poor piece of commentary, but a couple of good player interviews that will be coming up on the socials as well.
So Covey to pass into Bell. She scores another one. Bell got the second one, didn't he? She's already scored 2.
Yeah, she has.
Excellent. So Bell's 2 from 2. Covey 1 from 1, and the Jets lead it by 2 already, 3-1. Wildcats fired across. Speaking to their coach, reckons it's a bit like Batman the way they're playing at the moment. Pow pow, and I don't know quite what that analogy meant, but
who's this?
I spoke to the Tracy Jeans Fraser just before the game. As the Wildcats get another one through Gregory. She's been impressive the last few weeks.
Can I ask, Jets theme song, Benny and the Jets, any thoughts?
I thought it was
that going to run?
Oh, Top Gun, I think. So,
Top Gun, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Charlie Bell scores another goal. A great pass into her from O'Brien. O'Brien, unbelievable the last few weeks. The combination between her and Hams has been electric.
This is actually the first game that I've got to watch USQ.
First time you've seen the Jets?
Debut Jets.
They're an impressive team. Fun fact, they played more games than anyone else because of they've always made the first final, quite often lose and have to go back to the prelim. So they've played more games than any other team in the comp. There you go.
Oh, in the history of
the comp. It's only been going 3 years.
That's actually quite a good fact.
I know, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Wildcats hit back.
They do. It's 4-3. The last time these two met was round 9, October 31 last year. Jets 59, Wildcats 51. A very good game. That was leading in. That was a couple of weeks just before the finals, so both teams were peaking. Head-to-head, they've played 5 times. Jets 3-2. Last week, the Wildcats lost 43-54 to the Bull Sharks, and the Jets won 57-43 over QT. A turnover here to the Wildcats through their defensive end in Geyer and Rennie. So they need to convert this one, get them back on level terms. So good stifling defense by the Jets shown here. Nice drive there by Bingham. She gets it again. Oh, contact on the centre. That's Courtney Baird.
Pops one across the jaw there.
HOA
to the dentist required.
Indeed.
Have you just ever seen someone play netball in a mouth guard?
I have. That's reasonably common in the men's game, to be honest with you.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah, a lot of elbows gets thrown in the men's game.
From these 2 games we've seen today, it's been a non-contact sport. There's been
plenty of
contact.
Yes, Ricky Stewart. Yeah. So 4 apiece.
Thanks for watching, Ricky.
So we're going to just live on that for the rest of the year, aren't we?
Probably our best gag, to be honest.
So Gregory with it, and Condren hang time there.
She was up there for a long time.
Forces a miss by Gregory, but she gets her own rebound. And if she scores here,
they'll hit the front.
Yes, I was pausing dramatically for her to score, but they've taken forever to take it back. And again, another obstruction. This is the longest goal in the history of goals.
That is good. That is there.
But it's there. So 5-4. They were down 4-2, 3 straight to the Wildcats. So that'll impress their coach, Megan Lynch. Of course, Megan was the assistant with Tracy Jeans Fraser at the Jets last year. So she came in late and has been at the Wildcats previously. So the underrated Hawk with it finds Lily Cubby, and she turns and shoots, misses. Bell can't get the rebound. So
that was Hallie Guy with the rebound, was it?
So the Jets, after starting so fluently, just getting a little bit broken down a bit at the moment. It's a 2-1 in the circle at the moment. They've got to look in hard.
That's a nice, that was precision, that one.
Fires it. She gets it, but fires it to literally no one. And the ball now back with Condren. Bridie Condren will get us going. The former Perth player.
Really?
For the Fever. Played a game last year.
The Fever.
You give me fever. So and it falls to O'Brien. Finds Cubby. Cubby to Bell. Contact everywhere. And it's going to fall away of the Wildcats.
Ball.
Great hustle shown by, I think that was Baird, Courtney Baird. Of course, she was with the Cougars last year. Bell uses her incredible reach to get that one back. Can't pull it in. But they'll have to go again, the Wildcats.
Courtney Baird's actually been really impressive in the couple of fixtures that we've seen here at Morrow Field Sports and Events Centre.
She played with the Cougars last year, didn't get a lot of court time, forced the change, and she certainly revels in the court time she's getting at the Wildcats. So they fire it down and falls to Baird, who fires it into Gregory. That was just too slick by the Wildcats, and Condren called for the obstruction. Gregory scores.
It is.
I just want to point out, they're on a bit of a 4-zip run at the moment. So,
that's a clean intercept.
Condren plucked that out of the air, finds Hawk. Oh, a bit of miscommunication there between Pollock and Sherlaw, it goes out. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
there
Bingham
some
thought it was
claims.
hers.
I think Bingham definitely got a hand to it, though.
Yeah, she's trying to con the umpire on that one.
Some great gamesmanship there.
So, Academy Award goes to Josephine.
It was very well acted. It sold me.
So Cubby scores it, and that's a Mizuno momentum shift right there.
Needed that, didn't they?
They really did. And they get a chance to tie it up here through their centre pass. So, as I look down, I see Jessica Donnelly not wearing the wrist guard she's been wearing the last few weeks. She was up here and actually collided with the wall and broke her scaphoid, so must have healed well. The wing attack for Wildcats, probably round 2, I think it was, ran into the wall, broke her scaphoid, and chasing the ball, and then she missed a couple of games, and then they brought her back, and she had to play with a guard, especially Netball Australia through guard. Condren picks off another one, just like she did in the last play.
2 really good intercepts now.
6
short
all.
Space of time.
We've got 7 to play. Oh, O'Brien flies through the air. Maybe that's what she meant when she said it's Batman.
What have we seen there?
I think there's a footwork call. There was a turnover. It fell to Bell easily, so maybe a footwork call. I didn't see it, but I was looking elsewhere. So the captain fires it down into the corner. There's your friend, Courtney Baird.
I mean, friend's probably a stretch, but very good player.
She's saying she listens to the podcast.
I don't think that's a lie.
A missed shot here from Bingham, but picked up well by Gregory. So,
and it's good from
Gregory.
Gregory.
I've never spoken to Baird in my life.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
she might be a fan.
Indeed. So Hock gets it, fires it across, and another brilliant feed by Steph O'Brien to Bell, and Charlie Bell scores again. 7 all. We've played 7.
That just looked like it was going out for all money, that. And it's just plucked.
She played 9. So
we played 9.
Is terrible.
Yeah,
Bass is terrible. So
and that's great hands.
It is indeed. That's Gaia. Fires it. Oh, nice the drive on the base by Bingham. So we'll see her sister later on. Sister plays for USQ. So she does indeed.
Bingham's, how do they get split up?
I'm not sure.
Just asked you a question you don't know the answer to.
Again,
it's my worst habit.
It's got no clue.
You just assume you don't know the answer.
Yeah, go that way. So Bell scores.
Just play it real safe with every question that I ask.
8 apiece. It's become entertaining, and we're looks like we're in for another tight one, my friend.
Yeah, which shows how good of a tipster you are.
We didn't indeed. We didn't record how many lead changes there were in the last game, but there was a lot in that last quarter. I'd say at least a dozen.
There was plenty.
And it went from no more than 1 until the Bull Sharks finally got a little roll on late. Condren again uses a height incredibly well.
It makes it incredibly hard to get the ball past her.
It is. From our angle, you can see that she's actually feeling for the opponent behind her, but the umpire can't see that. Doesn't stop Josephine Bingham getting another one. They go out to a 9-8 lead. A turnover here would be handy for the Wildcats, and there it is.
It's a cannon
Lee
pass.
Drinnen. What do you make of that one?
Well, it was an aggressive pass. It was a quick release, and just on 2 different pages, I think. Now there's a bit of space to work with for the Wildcats.
Mould in the centre, gets clipped as she goes through. Well called by, I think that's umpire Finlay. Loose pass here. Eventually it falls back to Baird. She gives it back. She wants it back. The wing attack with it. Donnelly. Oh, contact here. Clash of bodies. Condren and Bingham.
That's a quality battle already early in the game, isn't it?
It is. 2-on-1 on the circle. Bingham probably needs to get herself on the same side as the shooter, not the opposite side.
She did not muck around with draining that, though. That was
Doesn't matter. She scores again. They lead by 2, 10-8. So Wildcats out of the blocks. Well, they're doing an overload here. It's gone horribly awry. They've had to go back to the Mould. And, Condren hand in the back, though. You can see she pushed off there. Raises her hand up, says, "You got me."
She is giving Bingham no breathing room whatsoever.
So Sherlaw contests that one. Gregory will be towards the top of the circle. Now we've got time. Hang on, we're having a chat here. Could be a caution. No, just a chat. Just a chat. So Bingham
that's kept in.
Does well. The shot was missed by Gregory. Bingham contested with Condren. It falls her way.
She's got the
Gregory. I don't know why I called it
sharpest shot. Just goes so quickly. Ball in hands, bang. No mucking around.
You're talking about Bingham on that one? The goal attack? Yeah, exactly.
Just sort of like, when you play golf and you stand up to swing and you spend so much time thinking about your shot that you end up just munging it completely. I think she's tried to rule that out with her netball shot.
So true. Speaking of sharp, fast shots, Lily Cubby doesn't waste any time either.
No.
So she gets the 9th. They're still down by 2 here, the Jets. A long ball
Good
in.
ball.
There's your Bingham. Steps towards the baseline, shoots, misses. Condren, she was out of court, though, unfortunately, when she batted it back. So it's a throw in the way of the Jets. That would have really helped if
really
she
nice
scored
play
there.
by the Wildcats too.
It was. So transition time for the Jets. Haven't got the afterburners on yet. Pollock with it now, looks down, finds Cubby, drives out well. Oh, Hawk. Hand in there from Mould. She gets it to the centre in bed.
She was in a great spot there, caught in bed.
And here they go with 2:36 to play. If they score here, they'll go a long way to win in the quarter. Oh, steps on. Well done. Oh, it's give and go. My goodness, you've come from touch football ground. That was touch football-like.
Wow, I was going to say, that footwork was...
Gregory with
You
it.
could tell that she would be a very useful touch football player.
And I think Sherlock gives away the instructional contact. She does. So Bingham a chance to put him 3 up.
What is
Oh, Condren not happy with that hand on the ball there, Bingham. She shoots, she scores, 2 to play. They lead by 3, 12 to 9. So impressive start by the Wildcats, Lee Drennan.
Very impressive from the Wildcats.
Oh, contact of bodies here.
Oh, and a sign,
Oh.
the sponsors are down. That's Legassic Jewelers down
They
there.
are one of our sponsors.
They've copped an absolute barreling.
So
The Powerade bottles spilt.
it looked like Rennie came out and contacted on McKeely Hawk. In the meantime, I think Charlie Bell scored that one. So it gets a margin back to 2, 12 to 10. And they have to go all the way back to the mid-third there, Bingham.
I think we found another infringement.
Looks like it's outside the circle. The umpire's pointing at the top of the circle. No, just inside. Might be an offside. No one's out of play, so it must be an offside. Now we've got a contact call on Pollock. They fire it in. Bingham with it. 1:19 to play. This goal will win the quarter for the Wildcats, I believe. And there it is.
Well, the Wildcats out of the blocks.
Rhiannon Gregory scores the 13th. Now, last week the Jets played and they were down 16-10 at quarter time and turned it on in the second quarter and third and fourth.
It was similar to what we saw in the first game as
A
well.
little bit, yeah. Oh, they got the timing. Oh, they nearly got the timing right there. One went up and then the other went up on the way down. Bell scores. So Mizuno momentum shift there. 44 seconds to play. Just don't give away possession.
That's a good centre pass to get them back
It
underway.
is.
Might get one more scoring shot themselves here.
Indeed. Bingham doesn't know where to go. Goes to Gregory. She's double teamed and it's still with them. She should take her time here. We're inside the last 30.
Yep.
Just wind this down. You want to score, but you want to score late in the quarter. She shoots anyway. There's that fast shot
She
you're
has
talking
scored
about.
though. No time. This 15th club.
So Bingham
Mental
gets
giant.
the 14th goal for them. They look long and it's taken by Cubby. She's outside the circle, finds Bell. We got inside
9
10.
seconds.
And Charlie Bell scores as easy as you like.
Yeah, and that might be the end of the quarter because the ball...
Hopefully the Wildcats look at the clock. They do. Just needs to hold it. She holds it. And there's the hooter. So it'll be Wildcats when we come back. Entertaining first quarter comes to an end. 14 to 12. Lee Drennan, pretty impressive start, yeah?
Very impressive start and a very close encounter again. Second game, Super Saturday here.
So
And there's another fixture that's about to get started.
there is. So 2 competition points to the Wildcats. And will they get any more? We'll see when we come back after these very brief messages. Super Saturday continues, coming to you live from the Moorfield Sports and Entertainment Centre for the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. Wildcats taking on the USQ Jets. It's a Wildcats home game. It's round 6, and they are doing extremely well. Wildcats win the first quarter, 14 to 12. My name's Dave Mills, joined by Lethal Lee Drennan. Lethal, that was a very good first quarter, yeah?
That was quality, and you'd have to think that the Wildcats are sitting there reasonably happy with that first quarter performance. They're coming up against an opposition who has been a quality touch
They have. They won the last two, the Jets. Last week they took care of the QUT side in what we thought would be a close game. Blew out a bit towards the end, 57-43. Wildcats coming off a loss last week to the Bull Sharks, 54-43. So both losing teams scored 43 last week. So, but they're fighting hard here, and they lead by 2. The shooting end being very impressive. That was Brianna Gregory and Josephine Bingham. You're a big fan of Bingham, but Courtney Baird doing a ton of work at the moment.
Courtney Baird, absolutely. She is. Run rings around that court and just popping up everywhere, all over it. You'd love to see the map. We need like a pitch map where she's touching the ball, where she's getting to. It would be hot spots all over the court.
Spoken like a true cricketer. Don't forget the match of the round, 6 p.m. tonight. Mendy Rays at home taking on the Cougars. Go to the Courier Mail platform for that one. You buy a subscription, $5 for a month and $15 for the entire season. So see some quality netball. You'll be up to date with all the news
articles.
That's exactly
well.
right.
If you're a Supercoach fan, you can get your team analysis sorted in there.
And key indeed. And of course, our co-commentator Hannah Davies writes for the Courier Mail, so she'll be contributing some articles to that. And then of course tonight, you and I, we're back 5 minutes to 7 for the Thunder taking on QUT netball. So they get underway now, the Wildcats, and it's their centre pass first up. And they've turned it over immediately.
Right.
There's been some changes.
Yeah,
looks like Hams has come on to centre for the Jets. We'll go from the back. The defensive end's still exactly the same. Hams to centre. Looks like Hawks to the bench. And Beryl Friday's come on for Cubby. So Friday is come on at GA. She just touched that one there, but she wants it now. Gets it from Pollock. Wildcats, I can't see any changes unless I'm missing something there, bro.
Not yet. No, I wouldn't say it that confidently either, but I don't think so.
So Beryl Friday misses a first. I just want to say it, I'll say it again. Unbelievable last week. Came out of the blocks. I said it once, I'll say it again. She was playing in the Firebird form that she was like back in those days. So, and it's now back with the Jets. They've got a chance here to tie it up. So,
no, they don't.
They don't. There's a turnover by the looks of it.
It is.
So,
and it'll be the Wildcats that go on the attack now.
They are through their mid-court. It falls to Bingham. She's been impressive today, as has Baird. She has it now. Out to Donnelly, who fires a beautiful pass in low.
That was the lawn bowls technique. On the underarm service there. That's quality.
Trevor Chappell-esque, and she's got it again, Donnelly.
It's a very controversial moment to bring up in Australia's past.
Oh, well.
We will see a turnover here, though.
Freaking can be controversial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Gregory out of play. Conran's with it. There's a bib on the floor. No, that is true. So Brian McKechnie, the batsman's
lost their position.
She has. McKechnie's made a fortune on the speaking circuit. It's the front one, not the back one. There we go.
Sorted it now.
Donnelly worked it out. She's got it. She's in position now. Used that timeout beautifully to get herself in the perfect position for her zone defense.
That's exactly right.
Smart play, and it works as Hams throws it away. Can't connect with Sherlaw. And Brittany Mould will have a throw in. Jets just not clicking yet. So Chasey Dreams Fraser, the coach, won't be super happy with that.
They've showed signs, though, haven't they, that when it clicks, they're going to be. Yeah. They could get on a real run, I think. So
they've done it to many, many teams over the years. And the throw in now, we've got an obstruction call on Beryl Friday. And away they go again. And they look down.
It's a nice pass there.
There's your girl Bingham. And bad cops one from Pollock.
Got a real shove there.
And they don't mind a bit of physical contact, the Jets. And Condren bats that one. Unfortunately, it goes straight in the hands of the Wildcats. Bingham shoots a second time and doesn't get the rebound, so she's missed 2 there. Unfortunate they couldn't score there on that turnover. Would have got the margin back to 3.
Condren, pretty impressive performance thus far when the ball hasn't gone in the net. Any rebounds that are available, she's been very quick to snap up.
You'll have to watch a lot of netball to see Condren have a bad game. And
I'm happy to.
With it, finds Bell. And she misses, but Beryl Friday gets the rebound. And waiting for someone to be able to play. It's Guy and and there's the goal. 15-14. This is a chance for the Jets to tie it up. Mould does well. Good hustle from her.
It's really well kept in too.
The speed of O'Brien. Oh, clash of bodies. It's getting a bit willing out there, my friend.
Courtney Baird, she was not slowing down for any reason. She was happy to go through any obstacle in her path.
So Caitlin Pollock gets us going again. Looks in.
That's a nice pass.
See now. You know I say don't throw from the hip. That was from the hip, and it was beautiful.
Yep. And it's like I always like to say, always throw from the hip.
So Charlie Bell ties it up at 15s, and we've got 11-11 to play. It's all the ones.
I feel like it's sort of like throwing a flick pass. Like it just looks cooler.
It does indeed.
That's my argument, Milton. That's my counter argument to you.
Any of the teams I coach listening, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
so also hard to argue with.
And the ball falls to Bingham, and falling away, she just turned her body at the last minute, and unfortunately can't get the shot.
They're going to get the ball back here, though.
They do indeed.
There's that fake and got back in there.
She wants it back and not quick enough, but they find Gregory. And Brianna Gregory shoots and scores. So they score their second for the quarter. It's taken 4.5. Gregory 1 from 1, 1 from 4 to
and a turnover here, Millsy.
It is indeed. They're on a fast transition. Oh, the pass from Donnelly. So Donnelly, the big left-handed pass, fires it in.
She's having some real issues with those position Velcro. Donnelly.
They are indeed. And as Gregory gets another one. So they've answered the challenge for the moment. We're back to a 2-point game. That's what it was at quarter time.
Oh, no, that's straight over the sideline.
That was out in the full. And that's not ideal. As we see, looks like Sherlaw will get us going again. Cracks it into Pollock, partner in crime. They've been at the Jets / Lions for a while.
So Lions, Jets were the Lions.
Yeah, basically, yeah. In the old competition, they're called Lions, which was run by Regions, and now it's privately owned through the Ipswich Stretch Footy Club.
Yep.
So Charlie Bell with it. I wish I was at the Jets I wish they were privately owned when I was there. Really? Could have negotiated a bit of salary. So Charlie Bell gets another one. Give us margin back to 1. Had to beg for everything in those days.
With barefoot investor advice there.
Long shot. Oh, Beryl Friday. Silky skills finds Charlie Bell. Is that the trigger that gets the Jets flying high, my friend?
Well, that was in one motion.
It was.
Catch and pass. Just catch and release. Rex Hunt.
So, speaking of catch and release, one back at you, Courtney Baird. And we've got a game on now, my friend.
Absolutely we do. That is Brianna Gregory.
18-17, margin of 1.
Oh, there was a clean intercept taken from Baird there, but she's then fallen and stumbled over the sideline, and we'll have a timeout called. I assume that's just while the ball's coming back, correct?
It was, that's absolutely correct. Good pickup.
Yeah, great knowledge.
So Ham's with it. She'll look for her partner in crime. And O'Brien, and should never have got that, but the speed of O'Brien was incredible.
Just hustled to get there in the front position.
Double team to Charlie Bell, thrown by Beryl Friday. Now they put the screen. No, they don't. It's a penalty pass, a shot. Friday steps in and misses, but Bell can't pull it. Oh, she gets the foul.
She did have enough of it.
Yeah. So Friday with the miss, but Bell with the rebound. And scores. You can see Beryl Friday's knee heavily strapped there with the strap-it tape. But
I might just want to check that. Our scoreboards. Yeah, there we go. They fixed it now.
Yep.
18 all.
18 apiece.
Locked up.
I spoke to Beryl. I said, what's going on with the knee? She said, nothing really. Just a bit of swollenness, so I just wear a bit of tape.
Just likes the tape. Might be for the aesthetics.
Indeed.
Could be a mental thing. Might write
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you're right. So,
shot coming back from a knee injury is more about in your head, I think. I can actually speak about that experience. But coming back from a knee reconstruction, that was just mentally very tough.
So Bell can't keep that one in, and it's a turnover here. Wildcats by 1, 19-18. If they score here, they keep it at that 2-goal margin, which was quarter time. So, but Charlie Bell, that height.
Yeah.
You can't coach height.
Nope. I've been trying to receive some coaching on that aspect for a long time.
Hasn't worked for you, brother?
Nah, haven't got it.
So
I'm waiting for my growth spurt, probably due.
I've had a growth spurt, just the wrong area. So, it's been a good COVID. So,
around the waist, man.
Sorry, we don't talk about that. Yeah. Let's just say I got a body for a radio. So the ball's 19 all.
Dad bod's in, Millsy.
I'm not a dad. That's an embarrassing thing. So falls to Gregory.
I have to tell her.
Misses the shot. So, and the ball back with the Jets through Abby Houston, who's on now. Condon to GD. Pollock there at wing defence. That was a loose pass,
wasn't it?
Yeah. So, and Cubby on the bench with Sherlaw.
They've got it singing down the court now.
You can see McKeely Hock in the background warming up, so she's going to come
right.
on. That's an excellent intercept there.
Who's that? That was on Bell too, which
Rennie.
has not been an easy feat.
No, she gives away a bit of height there. Gregory can't get it here. That was Condren got a hand in that one. Friday wants him to settle it down. They find Condren back to Friday, playing a bit like a wing now. Cracks it to O'Brien and turns on the afterburners and hits the circle.
Bell Friday. Ooh.
Steps in. No passes off to Bell. Why wouldn't you? And she gets it. And the lead to the Jets. They haven't had the lead for some time since the early part of the first quarter. Wildcats timeout. So Charlie Bell with the goal. Gets another one for them, 20-19. Timeout Wildcats. Probably need to get a Mizuno momentum shift. They've led by as much as, well, only 2, but they've certainly given up the lead. Now they're down by 1 leader.
Yeah, so it's probably time. It's not a surprise to see that timeout.
Try and listen in and see what they're saying in the Wildcats huddle.
Perfect.
Just that last one.
There was like a few times that
I was just right at the last minute. Ball,
Yeah.
But that, I like the fact that when we turn and we look in, there is that ball.
Yeah, because a few times we got stuck into the situation, but I was there.
I want patience, I absolutely do, but when we look at what's happening and we wait too long, they come in on top of us and we've got nothing. Yeah. So take turn, if you see it, pivot. I'm actually quite happy if that doesn't work. Just a pivot though.
So Supercoach there, Lynch saying basically she doesn't want hesitation. She just turn and throw. So she's that. As a coach, that actually helps the timing. If you hang on to the ball, that's when the timing sort of gets all buggered up.
It's almost like she was pretty keen to find the right balance between patience and moving the ball and promoting the ball there, definitely.
Absolutely. So that's an excellent effort by the team. They've hung tough. It's going to be a big 5:46 coming out of this timeout.
It's amazing insight too. I've said that in the first game too, but it really is that behind-the-scenes look at what goes on in those timeouts.
It's tough being a coach, brother, let me tell you.
Is it?
Oh, no one wants to be a coach. You're the first person to get the cut when your team doesn't do well, and you're the last person to be praised when they win. Okay. So it's a thankless task, but I love it.
Well,
so
thank you for doing it.
Oh, thanks, man. So McKeely Hock's come on at wing defence. That's her more familiar role. They find Charlie Bell a little bit too easily, and she scores. So Bell is in her obligatory sort of form, and they lead by 2. That's the biggest lead the Jets have had, and they really need to answer here, the Wildcats. So the ball falls to Mole, Baird, onto Donnelly, looks in. They're not finding Gregory as well as they did in the first quarter. And Bingham having to do a ton of work. Yeah, she gets a Mizuno momentum shift there, my friend.
She was up at the second, third at the start of that sequence, and then managed to get back down there and finish it off as well. Huge work rate. So, play you want in your team.
And there she is again, picking off the intercept. Now she'll have to basically haul herself down, and there she's got it again in the pocket. Fires it back to the goal mid-third.
It's very interesting to know how many, in other sports, possessions are quite big.
Yeah.
They count possessions. I'd love to know how many times some of these players touch the ball in a netball game.
Well, there's a lot of that sort of stuff kept by the individual teams. We're just not privy to it. Those sort of stats do get kept, and Bingham scores another goal. And they also have a lot of them wear the monitor so that they work out how far they've run and all that.
Oh, the trackers.
Yeah, the numbers are staggering. Some of the mid-quarters do between 8 and 12 kilometres a game.
You've got no contacts that can give us maybe some access to that? And then if you,
I could probably get the QT ones, but
social status.
I don't think they want it broadcast out to the public domain.
No, so. I just want to look at it.
Okay. All right, I'll give you a pile of stats to do in your spare time. As Gregory scores for the Wildcats, they've answered the challenge. Now they lead by 1, so 22-21, and Hams with it right on the corner of the transverse line. Friday has to get it in traffic, kicks it back to McKeely Hock. O'Brien fires it down, and 1-2. Oh, and it just goes out. No, it doesn't. Brittany Mould's been caught for the contact. 10-year veteran with the Wildcats, Brittany Mould. Doesn't look it.
No, she's not at all.
But you've been with them 10 years. I don't know if that includes rubies or what, but she's
up for long service leave.
Indeed. I'm not that professional, but we're getting there. So Charlie Bell with it, shoots and scores. So ring-a-ding-ding, Charlie Bell ties it up 22-all. We've got 3:22 to play. And this game, neither team can pull away from the other.
Bingham's going to get in a shooting position here again. No, she's not.
So Donnelly gets the old triangle offense happening. Bingham shoots. That's a spot.
That looked good the whole time.
Never looked like missing. So 23-22. They lead by 1. They're down by 1 in the quarter. Friday, the old. That's classic number 2 centre pass move. Wing attack to goal attack. Look into the shoot, and there it is. Charlie Bell. Oh, misses. Misses one she normally gets. Friday hustling for the rebound. Keeps it for Bell. That was a good hustle by Beryl Friday.
That was like a pinball machine in there at the top of the off hands, off hands.
Indeed, hence there was no whistle. Equal opportunity, and they fired across here. Abby Houston chases that one. Was impressive last week against QUT.
Abby Houston.
Indeed. Came on and did a job on Annie Laurie.
Had no problems.
Oh, replay. I think there's a replay call there. No argument from Bingham, so I think we're right. Or short pass. Now Condren, it's all tied up at 23. They lead the quarter by 1 here, the Jets. Condren with it. And now, Hawk with it. Back to O'Brien, back to Hawk. Great defense here by the Wildcats. They're doing
everyone behind the ball.
It's I guess you call it like a flooding, to use a netball football term.
Yeah.
So it's a like compressed zone at the moment in the goal third. So Friday kicks it back, and they find Bell with ease. And she scores. Was a bit of traffic there, but Charlie Bell does what Charlie Bell does.
They just stayed patient, though, didn't they? They waited till there was that little sniff of opportunity.
Indeed.
And then pulled the trigger.
24-23.
She's tried to sell it again.
She
there.
did. Bingham, dead set, wants to go into acting when she finishes netball. So she'll be on home and away soon. So, and Beryl in the corner, looks in. Oh, the old 1-2 give and go. She'll shoot this and score. Jets back out by 2, 25-23. They're winning the quarter by 4 with 1:22 to play. That's probably enough for 2 competition points. So Friday putting the pressure on defensively. Baird with it. Has to fire across the mole. Oh, I thought Hawk was going to come out. Now Gregory's out of the circle. Bingham setting the screen. Brilliant work.
Bingham will get a shot.
Bingham to set the screen for herself. And brilliant work with Donnelly. The big long pass came across, and Donnelly found Bingham, who finds the shot. That was pretty impressive play there.
Center pass here?
It is with the Jets. 25-24.
45 seconds to play in this first half.
Geez, a turnover here would be handy for the... Oh, no, it's not. Caught from behind. So now they shoot and score. Charlie Bell makes sure they win the quarter.
Yeah.
So if there was any doubt...
So that'll be a quarter apiece.
Oh, not wholly in the circle there. The foot was definitely on the line. Could have been taken off the Wildcats. O'Brien nearly pickpockets it anyway. They go long.
Quality play.
Bingham falling out of call. Flicks it back to Gregory, who shoots and scores. We've got 17 seconds left. That was impressive play, Lee Drennan.
That was very impressive. Bingham caught that as she was on the way out of the court. Was able to just lay it back in.
So 6 seconds to go. Charlie Bell will have a chance to score again, and does.
And it'll probably wind us out, I would think.
Hopefully they don't take this centre pass. There's the hooter. So it's a quarter that belongs to the Jets by 4, and they lead the half by 2, 27-25. Lee Drennan, pretty entertaining first half.
Very entertaining first half. You see 1 quarter apiece in terms of the 2 competition points that are up for grabs per quarter, and a heck of a contest. A great little curtain raiser for what's to come in the second half.
Oakley dokely. So what will happen in the second half of this one, we'll find out when we come back from these messages from our sponsors.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in the game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
back. It's Super Saturday in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. Round 6 coming to you live from the Moorfield Sports and Entertainment Centre. This game, Wildcats taking on the USQ Jets. We've enjoyed an entertaining one. Jets currently lead up by 2. They lost the first quarter by 2. They win the second one 15-11. My name's Dave Mills. Joined in commentary, Lee Drennan from We Got the Chocolates. What a great first half.
That is, and I mean, it's Super Saturday. We've got 3 games here at Moorfield Sports and Events Centre. The first one was a cracker, and the first half of this one has just been just as good, to be fair.
The first one you're referring to, Bull Sharks 42, Tigers 37. They got the lead late. That was a seesaw. They only ran away with it in the last probably 4.5 minutes, so that was a great match too, Lee.
So if you're a netball fan, well, you're in the right place, really, I guess. I don't need to tell you to keep watching. You're already here, so it's great news.
Don't forget, Match of the Round starts at 6 from Townsville. It's the Courier Mail Match of the Round. Get on the Courier Mail platform, sign a subscription if you don't already have one, and you can watch that game live with Hannah Davies.
That starts in about 22 minutes too, doesn't it?
Well done, sir. Yes, indeed. And, of course, we've got another game at 5 to 7, Thunder taking on QUT Netball. Next weekend, the Firebirds are back at the our favourite place in the world, which is Nissan Arena. It is Indigenous round, so we're back at things. So get your tickets through for the Suncorp Super Netball game via the Firebirds website. They're taking on the Melbourne Vixens. They'd be warm favourites going into that one, and tickets are still available online. So jump onto the sapphireseries.com.au as well. You can get tickets there as well. So look forward to that game. Fireys, they're back in town. They've had a couple of losses, but they'll probably win tomorrow, and they'll probably win again, I'd say, next week. Okay. So very impressive for them. There's the USQ Thunder. They're back on late. That's Monique French there and Annie Laurie there. And there's Bingham just in the middle of your screen there. Must have cracked a joke because everyone's laughing. So that should be...
that'll ever happen around you, Millsy?
Nah, no one laughs at my jokes, brother.
No,
Mind you, 24,000 viewers last week for one game. That is impressive. Thank you very much for your continued patronage of our coverage. You keep watching, we'll keep doing it. So that's the sort of...
yourself enough credit there for mine.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Just got to negotiate that pay rise. So 27-25 here. It's in favour of the Jets. What would you be saying if you're the Wildcats, my friend?
Oh, well, I mean, my technical knowledge of netball, as you know, is probably not...
but you're a sports person, so what you were saying?
Yeah, as a sports person, I think we've just got to, it was talk about winning the first couple of minutes, I think, especially in the third quarter. You're starting after a halftime break, and halftime can do some funny things to people. You cool down a bit.
Momentum can change.
That's right, you lose some of that.
So we're coming on for the second half. HART Sports, the major sponsor, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, they do the best shoes in the world. Mount Franklin, I love their water. Powerade, I drank that when I was playing, and I still drink it now. Bondi Vite keeps me healthy and strong, and of course, Strap It, that'll help me with my dodgy knees. Broadcaster is Double Take Sport. It's Faust is doing it today, not Gina. He's driving the machine.
Yeah, and driving it well. And at high speed, I might say, too. Paying no attention to the speed limit or the speed bumps that are in place.
Join us on the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page. Give us a line. There's lots of people watching the game. And Shay Dowling, Shay Dowling, someone I used to coach with, is watching right now. So you can join her and many others. It went nuts after the Bull Sharks won. The social media went crazy.
Big fans of the Bull Sharks.
There are indeed.
On Facebook.
So, and they've bounced themselves back into the top 4. Well, it's not when I say back into the top 4, I mean for the first time this year they're in the top 4. And depending on what the USC Thunder do against QU2, it's from 7. They could remain there at the end of this round. So they've had a great turnaround in their season. So the Wildcats get us underway. Third quarter, championship quarter. I said the Jets would win by 27. I'm a long way off that at the moment.
Currently, yeah.
So
I think we've seen a couple of changes here too. A wing attack to the Wildcats with the ball now. Or am I making a fool of myself here?
No, you're not. So that would be, I'm just looking at my list here.
Ali War, potentially?
I would say it'd be Fallon.
It is.
Madison Fallon.
Fallon.
Of course, Amaris Toya's on the bench with Ali War. So looking for some French legs in the middle. And the Wildcats get the first one of the third quarter. I assume it was Bingham that took the shot. I think that was Gregory that took the shot. Yeah, sorry, my apologies. And they turn it over here, so they got a chance to tie it up straight away. Need to take this opportunity. Beryl Friday picked it off far too easily.
She read that.
And unfortunately, they throw it away again, the Jets. So Wildcats get another opportunity here to tie it up at 27s. And, they've got to get that ball going, and they do a great take here. Baird under pressure. And O'Brien was all over her.
Baird's work rate here. Oh, that's really well picked up.
McKeely Hawk grabbed it well. O'Brien on the fly. His body's going everywhere. Eventually, Charlie Bell gets the shot.
It's all happening there.
Margin back to 2. Charlie Bell turned 20 yesterday. Cool as a cucumber under that shot. And they fire it across. They find.
It's hard to take some really good blocks here. These passes are zinging.
Indeed.
There's another example. And sometimes just by the barest margin too. Threading the needle, you might say.
Like a golf ball through a hose. And it falls to Bingham, who scores another one.
I'm just picturing you actually trying that.
I'm talking like a big irrigation hose. Bell gets it at the top of the circle. This is about a limit on the shot. She doesn't like to shoot from there. She misses. It falls to the Wildcats, and away they go.
Oh, but she's almost got it back there. She got her hand in the way. She's done that a couple of times tonight.
She doesn't get many opportunities because she doesn't miss many shots, but Charlie Bell would be a real defensive pain in the neck for any offense.
Oh, you reckon she could play at the other end as well?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I mean, just as a shooter, putting her arms over the ball, she just creates so much for people behind her. And that goal to Gregory ties it up, my friend. We're back to 28 all. Wildcats hanging tough in this one.
I'm telling you, the Wildcats, it's the night of the Wildcat here. Something's brewing.
I'm probably going to go and watch that movie now. It's a bit in my head. So,
yeah, I would recommend.
Who doesn't like Vanessa Huggins and and Crew and Zac Efron? And I was trying to think of the other girls. Ashley Tisdale, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. You're all over this. Far more over it than I was envisaging.
Wildcats 29-28. They lead it by 1. And
do you know the lyrics to all the songs?
I really don't. I would not know one. So, and that's the truth.
That is a shame.
So Charlie Bell answers. There's a Mizuno momentum shift back the other way. 29 apiece. The Wildcats lead the quarter by 2. And they are having a crack here. Again, they fire it across. The new player on there at wing attack in Fallon has really sparked them up.
Yeah, those fresh legs are underrated, isn't it? Makes a huge impact on the game.
Houston there pushing Fallon, not seen by the umpire, but was giving her a fair shove with the left elbow. So
they just had to go backwards a couple of times here, the Wildcats, to get themselves into an attacking position.
So your girl Bingham
just from deep,
and shoots, and it goes in, and she likes that one. The ponytail goes flying. So
is that how you know she liked it?
Oh, when they flick in the ponytail, it's a fair. Yeah.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
You will have a watch.
Start reading the
the intercept from Baird. Having some match, and look at the speed to burn here. Fires it. Oh, but Hock got a hand on it. Slows it down. Mould will get us going again through a sideline throw in. Wildcats in the red and blue going left to right of your screen. The Jets in their green.
They pluck again from Baird, and then the left-handed pass.
Gregory out of the circle and throws it back the other way. You always panic when the shooters come out. And they... Oh, a pass from O'Brien to Bell is just too much for the Wildcats. So we're tied up again at 30 all.
The guy felt a little bit hard done by there, I think. That turnover in the middle of the court.
Indeed, she would. She did well. Gregory out again. Needs a better response on the pass this time. And again, loose pass.
Asked a lot of Baird there, but she's equal to it.
That was lucky. I think Bingham was off court when she came on to contact that ball. So
left from outside the court.
Yeah, that's it. So, but anyway, gets a contact instead. So she's a tough character. They lead by 1, the Wildcats. The ball with the Jets. It's their centre. O'Brien just cracks it into Bell. We've got an obstruction call on Bell.
We do too.
Use of the arms. So the umpire's starting to see a few of the tactics of the Jets. And we see here...
There's Bell in there again, making her presence felt, as you've talked about.
Guy, I guess, is going again. Yeah, Bella's defensive unit is incredible. So back with the Wildcats. They got a chance to get this margin out a little further. Gregory in traffic. Gets it and shoots and scores. They lead by 2. They've got the quarter by 4. 32-30, 9:14 to play. Lethal, what am I watching?
Madison Fallon been very impressive here since she's come on at the court.
Is that the difference, you reckon, my friend?
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, it's hard to probably pinpoint it, narrow it down, but May as well just. I don't want to sit on the fence. I may as well go all in if I'm going to have a chat.
Call it like you see it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what you're doing. So, unfortunately, a turnover pass, no connection there. It falls back the way of the Jets through the baseline throw, and Cubby's come on at goal attack. Ham's at centre. She's got it now. O'Brien and Cubby are in the same spot. And Beryl Friday to shoot it. Charlie Bell to the bench.
Very hard to defend this. You hit the little 30-centimetre pass, isn't it? But
Cubby shoots and misses, gets her own rebound, and gets the second one. So, Charlie Bell to the bench. The margin is 1. It's with the Jets now. Hams in the centre, gets us going again. Cubby finds O'Brien. Beryl works it in. Oh, and finds Cubby driving the base. Nearly a hell ball, but she scores regardless in the traffic. And just like that, the Jets have tied it up at 32. 8:10 to play in this, the championship third quarter. So obstruction call here on Hock.
So Bell's gone to the bench for USQ.
Charlie Bell doesn't spend a lot of time there. So, contact from behind, I think by Houston it is. There is a problem.
I've been wanting to say that.
Get in there, my friend. So Gregory, unfortunately, she misses the go-ahead goal. And just like the first game we watched today, all of a sudden the intensity's gone through the roof. It's at fever pitch level. Every ball contested.
It makes plenty of noise, and all the noise carries here, doesn't it?
It does. Well, we are up in the bleachers.
Well, yeah.
So I can literally almost touch the roof.
Bring the binoculars next time.
I don't do a lot of. So Cubby, as cool as you like, drains it from distance. That gives the Jets a lead by 1, 33 to 32.
That's right.
I was just checking on the scoreboard there.
Confidently.
I thought maybe I'd missed something, but there. Oh, a loose pass. It's back the way of the Wildcats.
Which way is this going?
Well, we've got an off ball. I think we've got an offside call anyway. It looks like someone's shoelace went in the old goal circle. So, big fan of the Velcro. I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Oh, at the top of the circle. Away we go. Wildcats with it. They're down by 1. They've led it by as much as 2, as have the Jets. No lead bigger than 2. Oh, the drive from Fallon, then Bingham. Bingham shoots and scores.
Long way out, too.
33 apiece. We got 6:30 to play in this, the third quarter. So how good was that, my friend?
That's quality. I think there's something that's extra special about just seeing a shooter just take on a shot from a very, very tough position.
Gregory comes out again, needs to work on that pass. So, and she'll score here. No, she doesn't. Well, she will now, and does. So,
they hit the front.
They do. They now lead it by 1. So,
a couple of lead changes.
Indeed, we should have been keeping that score. But the pass from O'Brien to Beryl Friday. It was risky, but beautifully executed, and we're tied at 34. We've got 5:50 to play.
It seems that some of these passes are just, they, like you said, they are risky, but when they're finding the mark, it's open up.
It's pretty to watch. Yeah. And we've got a contact call here. Condren on Bingham. She's played every minute of the game thus far. You wouldn't know it by looking at that. She's as fresh as a daisy.
Finding a groove, you might say, too.
So Wildcats, they lead it by 1, 35-34. Oh, O'Brien, did it come off her last? Oh, I thought it did. The umpire doesn't agree with me.
No.
Not many umpires do. And Friday now out of the circle. Finds Covey, does well on that baseline. Turns and shoots courageously, 35 apiece. And we are having some game here. 5 to play. The Wildcats are leading the quarter, by 2. And they just got to keep doing what they're doing. You can't go into your shell now. So, it's a loose pass. Oh,
she'll get it back here,
McKeely Hawk. Yeah, I think it came off her
the feet of McKeely Hawk.
Playing a bit of Premier League there. And being in the Premier League, get on the West Hammers. They're playing tonight. They win. They finish 6th if they win.
What a sporting.
I love the Hammers.
Fountain of knowledge across many sports.
I'm not a fountain of youth, that's for sure.
No, well, you can't have it all.
Oh, loose pass here, but they've got to take it back. Hams wasn't able to play properly. Fixes the ponytail in frustration. They find Gregory. Gregory can give them the lead again. Hell ball! It's a hell ball, no goal. 3-second call. So great defence there.
You don't see that call, do you?
You don't see it a lot, particularly on the shot. That's when you don't see it a bit. But she gets one back here. Donnelly not happy. She's jumping around like a jackrabbit. So I thought she thought she had it clean. Friday, this to give the lead back to the Jets. They're centre next. And
they
she
do.
does. Beryl Friday cool as a cucumber. So 36-35, Jets with it. They're still down by 1 in this quarter. Oh, there's short, slick pass, but there's a contact call on
It was a slick pass.
Brittany
though.
Mould. Yeah, it was
Right.
indeed. Should have let it go. Friday gets the lead, back to 2. We're even for the quarter, 37-35. Wildcats need to respond, 3:37 to play. The quarter is even as we stand. Oh, contact here on Hams. Came in a little bit late on that one.
Yeah.
Ball with Baird. Oh, loose. That's got to be short pass, surely. No, no one had control. So we've got an instruction call here. Bingham answers with a goal of her own. Sweet shot, that one. The Bingham sisters, both of them can shoot. You'll see the other one later on tonight from
We've got that
7.
to look forward to still, don't we?
So we do indeed. So
It's really opened up a bit in this third quarter. There's been
It has.
misses from deep as well, this shot.
Cubby misses one, but Beryl Friday gets a hand in it. Gets it back to Cubby. She doesn't usually miss 2 in a row, and she doesn't
rectified
there.
that very quickly.
Big hand of Beryl, passed it back to her. The quarter's back to even, but the Jets lead it by 2 for the match. 2:46 to play. Oh, loose hands here. Baird can. Oh, it's a replay call. Probably, well, not probably, definitely the right call.
Definitely the right call,
Yeah.
yep.
I thought it might have even been footwork. So 2 to choose from there. So this is a big one here. They need to stop it here, the Wildcats, if they can.
Yep.
Courtney Baird working O'Brien hard. She hasn't touched it. Now she does. Mole does well. Oh, too much pace there by O'Brien. And we've got a step. Too much pace indeed. She couldn't pull up. And a settler here from Rennie. No one to throw to.
Two's been the biggest lead of the match, hasn't it?
It is. So
the Wildcats love this next one.
they really,
Goes
really
without
would.
saying.
Oh, loose pass there. Courage.
Wonderful defensive effort. too.
Donnelly. They're working here through patience. Lots of patience being shown. Oh, long ball in. Oh, Gregory comes out.
And drops it behind her.
That bounce pass is not as strong as pass. And Condren with a hand on it, she knows. Gregory needs this exaggerated style. She bends down a lot, but it's a brilliant shot. 37-38. It's the... Hang on, we've got something on the court. The umpire's seen a beetle
Might
or
be
something.
that shoelace you're talking about.
That could be the dodgy shoelace. So the Jets with it. They lead the match by 1. They're down by 1 in the quarter. O'Brien with it now. Finds Cubby. She does eventually. Cubby will turn and shoot. Misses. Beryl can't get the rebound. It's still with the Jets, though. Wildcats are blowing up on the bench. They believe that was theirs.
They feel very hard done by, I think.
Oh, indeed. So, obstruction now. That becomes a passer shot right under the ring. Expensive foul, that one. And Friday makes no mistake. So they're back to the margin of 2, 39-37. The quarter is even. Wildcats with it. So they've got to score here and use the clock. Burn up some seconds. That was nearly a hell ball. As was that. So they've got no one to throw to. They've got to go long to Brittany Mould. She loses a handle on it. And now it's with the Jets. They can pinch the quarter. Look at the pace they're showing here in transition. Hams with it. No one to throw to. Goes to O'Brien. Lily Cubby fires it into Beryl Friday under the ring. 27 seconds. She scores.
That passage of play from USQ is just really impressive. They hassled them at first, forced a turnover, and then showed clinical hands to get the ball into shooting position.
The margin is 3. This can make it 4. Oh, no, it's a contact call. It was swatted straight out of the hands.
Yep.
So, but good for TV if they'd let that go.
Correct.
So Friday scores. Margin is 4. So they win the quarter by 2. It's 41-37, and you've got to call the cops on that one. The Jets pinched it late.
They have, absolutely, yeah. They've just got in there and stolen it.
So a margin of 4. It's all to do for the Wildcats. They've hung tough thus far. Will they run over the top of the Jets in the last quarter? We'll find out when we come back shortly from these messages. Game 2, Super Saturday in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021, coming to you live from the Moorfield Sports and Entertainment Centre. It's round 6. This is the 5 p.m. game. Lee Drennan, Wildcats taking on the USQ Jets. Jets pulled that one out of their backsides in the last couple of minutes, well, last minute really, and they win the quarter by 2. They lead the match 41-37. What a game we've had so far.
What a game. We can't complain about any of the fixtures that we have seen thus far, that is for sure.
It's our second game today, and it's a close one as well. The first one, of course, went the way of the now sitting in 4th place we'll call them the Jags. Bull Sharks 42-37. They beat the Tigers. Tigers led that for about 47 minutes of that entire match, and then it went seesaw Marjorie door for most of the last quarter. So that was a crackerjack match, and we've got a crackerjack match here.
Something similar happening here, exactly.
Indeed, we have.
Wildcats out of the blocks.
Indeed. Don't forget, like next week is round 7, and we'll be at the halfway point of competition, and we will be back at Nissan. One game on the Saturday and 3 games on the Sunday. I'll give you the details a little bit later. So turnover time to the Jets. Wildcats at the first centre pass. So what we don't want to see here is that the Jets run away with it in the last quarter, because it would be very unfair on the Wildcats, who have been super impressive today.
Yeah, they've got an intercept here as well. So.
They do, and it comes straight back now. So the ball is with the Wildcats. Oh, but Sherlaw, who's come on at GD, says, I'll have that. Lily Cubby runs into the attacking circle, shoots and scores. And she gets the first for the Jets. It's their centre. They're on a bit of a run here. They've scored their last 4 goals. So Hams with it, fires it down, and we find Beryl Friday. Charlie Bell sitting this quarter out as well.
Yeah, she started on the bench.
No, she started. Charlie Bell started. She's on the bench now.
Yeah, started on the bench this quarter. I apologise.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm with you. So Friday misses, and it falls away to the Wildcats. They needed that. They must score here, and instead they throw it. Oh, it's still in.
Yeah.
We're playing on. No, we've got to throw in. They used to blow the whistle when the ball went out, and it was much easier. Yeah. Now we're never sure.
Yeah, it leaves you hanging. So waiting for a call back.
And the ball with Cubby, and she doesn't miss.
She has found her range too.
So it's now 6 straight to the, actually 7 straight to the Jets. They fire it down to Gregory. She's a long way out. Oh, fires it across court. Bingham has worked so hard with the fake to no one. Drives the baseline, but Condren with the big arms. Just too much reach on that one. Pulls it in.
Great piece of that. You can see that we had a great angle for that. His hand straight in front of it.
We do indeed. We're in a very bit of a crow's nest up here, aren't we?
Great vantage point.
Indeed. And Cock gets that one. Oh, and taken off it, but no, the umpire saw that. That'd be a dead set thieving.
That would have been robbery.
Yeah, straight to jail for that one. So, in transition here.
Got a pass go.
Oh, another one.
And kept in. And
Rennie chased the ball down. She had to leap over the mid-third, so she didn't go offside. And Hock just copped a bit of a chat there.
Yeah,
She's got another warning. She got a warning last week for a takedown on one of the QET players. So I don't know if they keep records of how many you can have in a season. But, geez, it's a bit of feeling in the game all of a sudden. O'Brien at the centre at the moment. And the goal to Bingham. That's a Mizuno momentum shift.
It definitely needed that, the Wildcats. That brings them to within 5.
That's their first of the quarter, Lee. So it took them 3 minutes nearly to score one, but here they come, the Jets again. They haven't run away with it like I predicted at the start of the game. You shot me down in flames, and rightly so.
Exactly.
So Mould gets a turnover here. She's got it back now. Where to go? They're playing a bit of a... it's a cross between a zone and one-on-one here, the Jets.
It's good defence at the moment, isn't it?
It's messy, but it's good. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Effective.
It really is effective. But, I mean, you wouldn't coach this. It's just sort of fallen into place for them. Or maybe they have. Maybe Supercoach Jeans is calling it. Wow. Contact here. Sherlaw in the back of Bingham. And Bingham gets it nice and close. Will she pass off? No, steps back and shoots instead. And why wouldn't you? Are you happy with that one?
Yeah.
I heard the little well done there.
Well, it's just a step back. I like the step back balance on one leg. That looks very hard to do. Things that look hard to do, I appreciate quite a bit. I mean, and I'm putting myself in those shoes going, there's no chance that I can do that. I did a stalk stance test once, and I think my record was like 4.2 seconds. Other people are getting minutes.
4.2 seconds. A loose feed in there from Donnelly. It gets picked off by the Jets. They're on a bit of a run here, the Wildcats. They got the margin back to 4. It was as high as 6. And that would have been handy because that would have made it just 3. And Cubby, will she make them pay? Oh, she passes off, but there's an obstruction call. It looks like on Rennie. She admits it. But Cubby misses, gets it back. Beryl does enough to get it to her. She gets the second.
There's that stat that you've been sprouting. She never misses 2 in a row.
44-39, a Mizuno momentum shift there for the Jets. Hams looked like she nearly rolled her left ankle. As Friday scores there, and it's back to 6. So the Jets just showing their experience in the latter stages of this. Well, oh, there's Bingham home alone, the old Macaulay Culkin, as they say.
That was Home Alone 1, 2, and 3.
3 was rubbish, wasn't it?
That was a stinker.
That was a shocking movie.
Yeah. So. I mean, we're not really at a critique. It's not like Rotten Tomatoes critiquing films.
But let's face it, we like High School Musical. We just don't like Home Alone 3.
That's right. This will go out of play too.
It does. So the Wildcats another chance. They're only down by 5. They just need to string a little run here, make the Jets a bit nervous.
That's a nice pass too. They've got it moving.
But the speedy Bingham pulls it in. So, Gregory fires it across to, well, no one. Luckily there was an obstruction call, and they've now called time as the ball girl chases it down. That one nearly went to Perth.
Who's starting with the ball here?
I think it's looks like it's an obstruction or contact call on Condren. So Bingham steps in and scores. That girl has some pluck. That would be like
quite a game.
As cool as a cucumber.
Margin at 4. Wildcats with centre pass.
Oodles of confidence shown by Bingham.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Once you are shooting that well, I guess you're happy to take shots anytime you get an opportunity, really, aren't you? As we see a wonderful intercept.
Hawk read it well, got the long arms across the circle, pulled it in.
Plucked it with 2 hands too. Got herself in a really good position to get that.
Indeed. Cubby with it, finding Hams, pushes off Mould to the top. Do you know what offense we call that?
I think we call it some form of 2D shape.
That's it. We'll call that one the isosceles.
Okay.
It wasn't an equilateral, but it was a triangle nonetheless.
It's a triangle.
We'll go with isosceles. So, and we've got a timeout here. It's a Jets centre next. They lead by 5, 46-41. Wildcats are going to have a chat about it. 8.5 to play. Lee Drennan, it's the Jets' game to lose at the moment.
It is, yep. They've definitely taken the ascendancy in this fixture, and you can sense that the Wildcats are just trying to hang in there.
Yeah, they need to have a listen in here and see what Supercoach is going to say.
We're all facing cross court. We have got to turn our hips. The minute we turn our hips, ladies, we open the whole court up. Yeah, and they're gone. All right, you must turn your hips to the post, and it opens the whole court up. Then we've got options. Then we can fake, and then we can give.
Friday's not just chilling in the middle of
Girls, that zone in the middle, we can't break it right now because we are all facing that way. As soon as you shift it, you shift them, and someone can come through and someone can cut.
So a bit of technical netball coaching there from Megan Lynch. Wants them to get the hips facing the post, and it's a big thing. Like once you get yourself square to your target, you do have options. Your peripheral comes in, you basically open up your court to a 180-degree pass. Whereas at the moment she's saying they're just going a certain direction across court. They're limiting themselves to about 90 degrees of the pass. Yeah. So and that's why they can't break the zone, is what she's saying.
So you have some credit to USQ Jets, didn't she?
Absolutely.
The zone's been good. We can't break it because our hips are in the wrong position.
So, but great coaching. Saw a problem, found a solution, passed it on in clear, concise manners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes coaches can overcoach. That was crystal clear. Let's see if they can execute.
Well, you don't walk away from that conversation with any clouded thoughts, do you? You know exactly what you're meant to be fixing.
Indeed. We've got a camera person on the court.
Oh, no.
Gisela there on the court with the camera. She's been shooed away by the umpire.
quick to get.
She's gone back to her little spot.
See you later.
So, nice work there by Cubby. The old 1-2 with...
That'll be some good footage, in fairness, though. They're great for the umpires.
Indeed, nice and close.
Season dinner.
So Cubby gets the goal, gets the margin back to 6, 47-41. The long ball to Gregory wasn't on, and Condren didn't really have to do much and just pulled that one in. So here we go. Cubby with it now. Fires it across to Hams. Hams down to O'Brien, and Somehow it gets back to Hams.
I don't think, but
no.
That's worked out perfectly.
Bit of showtime here, a bit of Laker offense at the moment. Speaking of Lakers, they're in the finals. Make sure you catch that on ESPN. So,
Knowledge base. Tell us what's going on in the baseball.
the Yankees started slowly, but they've really resurged back. So 40, margin of 7. I really don't. Watch parts of it's TV. The ball. I'm doing my job, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Mould got an intercept. She's had it taken off her by the umpire. Called for, I'm not sure what, must have been obstruction. So the Jets, they lead by 7. That's the biggest lead of the game. If she gets this cubby, it might be too much. She does. Margin is 8 in a low scorer. 8 in the last 7 will be tough. 49-41. Wildcats won't leave the question unasked. Put it that way.
Well said.
Yeah, a little bit of tongue-tied there.
That's okay.
And there's another long ball.
And in space, open pastures.
They did that last time. It got intercepted by Condren, and they've said play on there. Condren from behind.
Yeah.
That is something you don't see a lot.
Certainly the first time tonight we've seen it.
Yeah, must have had a good 3 feet. Oh, back at you. That's Guyer, I believe. It is indeed.
Played centre the entire game here, hasn't she?
She has not had a break.
That looks like something. I'd be going into cardiac arrest. That looks like you need an oxygen tank delivered to.
And Bingham's played goal attack the entire. Oh, Gregory's played shooter. Yeah, there's a few of them who haven't had a break.
That's true.
So, and Bingham plays at a high level, as in like
little
intensity. Yeah. So she's on the Powerades, I'd say. Or the Mount Franklin.
Battery powered.
So the ball back with Cubby now.
Oh, sorry, I see what you did there. It was sponsored plug. I was nowhere.
Yeah, work with me, brother.
Didn't help at all. Sorry. Great products.
This is why we don't get you out here often. You got to work with you. Hand in there. It falls to the Wildcats. But the Jets get it back. O'Brien in the pocket finds Cubby. So for a little tacker, she can shoot incredibly well.
Quality shot.
Margin's 8, biggest lead of the game, and it's owned by the Jets.
It's almost rhythmic. I don't know if you can describe shooting in that fashion, but
no, every shoot will tell you when they're in the rhythm, they're in the rhythm. Yeah. So rhythmic is the right word.
I feel like it's like when a drummer counts you in. I'm not in a band, but I assume that's what happens when the drummer sort of goes.
That's where I know you're from. I thought you were in Bon Jovi. You just need the mullet. So,
some hair would be nice.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, a little balding, just for men. Yeah. And Beryl Friday misses that shot. Wildcats chasing hard. But Cubby, enthusiasm for the ball, wins it for her. And she, in fact, will have a penalty pass shot here. So, and misses. But she'll get it back again. She gets a lot of rebound for being the smallest person in the actual shooting circle.
Really good spots, doesn't she?
Her anticipation is brilliant.
I'm telling you, she is turning the Morrow Field Sports and Entertainment Centre into the Cubby House.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Thank you.
I'll pay that.
Thank you.
So the Cubby House.
I've been working on that for 3 quarters.
Oh,
please
buddy.
came together.
If we're not together next week, I'm using that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to write that one down. And another one. I don't know how to spin it. The Cubby House is going off. It's party time in the Cubby House. It's 52-42. They lead by 10. 4:30 to play. Lee Drennan, of course, he runs and owns and is the creator of We Got the Chocolates podcast, and it's as funny as the Cubby House. Listen in.
No, we just do
back at you.
Pretty much just tell those jokes for an entire 45-minute
So there's been a change at GA. That's Amaris Toya is on. So Bingham, has Bingham gone to wing attack? Because she hasn't done enough work. They've decided to make her a wing attack. So that is incredible. So that gets Toya out there.
Yeah, great opportunity for Toya.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. She's up from Ruby, I believe. She played last week. I can't remember if she got on court, though. I'm sorry. So
they kept that in.
They did. It's still with falls to the Jets eventually. It's gone a little bit scrappy now.
Yeah, I think.
With 3 3/4 to go, but Rennie doesn't mind coming out for a ball.
She was just like a split second too late there. She went from being a quality intercept to being quite physical.
The Cubby House, that is brilliant, and she scores another one. 53-42. The margin's 11. It's timeout here being called by the Jets. Well, it's anyone who can call one. So Wildcats, of course, had theirs. I think the job's done for the Jets. They lead it by 11. Just their experience has sort of come to the fore in the last part of this one, Lee. Yeah,
it's just almost like the Wildcats obviously got themselves massively up for the start of the contest, but I think class probably always prevails a little bit. They found a way to weather the storm and really flex their muscles.
Let's listen into Tracy Jeans Fraser, see what she's got to say.
We make sure we keep building on this, all right? We keep taking them and showcasing the team that we are, okay? We've now got our composure, okay? So we're remembering, using the brakes, let's stick to the game plan, get to the surface edge, then feed the ball. Okay, this rotation's working beautifully. Yeah, okay, all right? Okay, you know what? Big hands and big defensive.
So a very happy coach wants to showcase their talents and showcase the team they are. I guess what she's trying to say is let's make a statement for finals, which are only a measly 8 weeks away.
Well, as you said, it's almost a halfway point, and sort of talking about building really good habits for the rest of the season as well, and finding those sort of connections. She spoke a little bit about that rotation working really well at the moment.
She loved the circle, the Friday Cubby combination, which is working a treat at the moment. So I think Abby Houston's come on, and so has Pollock. So Houston, the goalkeeper. Looks like Pollock, I can't see if she's a wing defence or a goal defence. She'll be one of those two. It looks like she might be wing defence. So Pollock to wing defence. They'll play out the last 3.5.
That's a great effort from Mould.
Brittany Mould, the captain, does well. And but unfortunately throws it away. It's back with Cubby. And Hams finds Friday, who scores another one. It's getting away a little bit here from the Wildcats, and it's unfortunate because until 4 minutes into this, it was only 2.
Yeah.
So this last quarter, this has been a big last quarter by the Jets.
Well, they've really found something here, though. USQ, just see every pass is just hitting the mark. It's starting to look like a well-oiled machine.
It's no secret. I thought they were a bit ordinary when they played the Cougars, but the last 3 games, they have just shown that they are in this championship to win.
Yeah.
And they have played brilliantly. So the ball back with Hams for the throw-in. She'll find the long pass, and that works even better from O'Brien to Cubby, who's making her own house.
Yep, she is.
Yeah, you've ruined it for everyone. That line is brilliant. So 55-42.
She's back with the ball again now.
It's been probably the last 6 minutes, it's been all Cubby. And 2:11 to play, the margin out to 14. So Wildcats just need a Mizuno momentum shift desperately. And they can't get it at the moment. Oh, Mould fumbles it. And she's called for the replay. She gave herself up there. I reckon if she just picked that up, she might have got away with it. She nearly intercepts that one back.
She's trying hard, isn't she?
Well,
come up with a magic
the endeavour of the Wildcats has been huge. And that's kept him in the match for all but the last. Oh, speaking of keeping him in the match.
What a pluck there.
That'll be Baird again. So
happy to have her in the slip cordon. If we go to a cricket reference there.
Well, you are some cricketer. You're in the Brisbane BPL, is that right?
Is that the Premier League?
Yeah, is that the 2020 for Brisbane?
Exciting new contest, exciting new series. It's coming, and we've got a body on the ground here.
So, do they need any live streaming commentators?
Yeah,
excellent.
I think they'll use it.
Excellent. Put my name forward, please. That'd be great.
And we've seen, that's the biggest spill I've seen.
And that was, looks like Bingham hit the deck again.
She just had some game.
She's given the floor a bit of a polish at the moment. As Cubby, as calm as you like, hits another one.
Fell over in the first third and finished in the second third. The slide was that large.
Indeed. She got clipped, I think, on the way through. But O'Brien chases this one down, finds Friday, and Friday somehow picks it off. They fired across, couldn't find Cubby on this occasion.
They get the ball back, though. Cubby starts with it.
When a team finishes the way the Jets have, you can safely assume they're doing a fair bit of work off the paddock, in the fitness, in the gym. And they are really showing that they can finish a game. Remember, they had Charlie Bell sitting down for most of the second half.
Yeah, they've just put her on ice, haven't they?
They have put her on ice, and they haven't missed a beat. They lead by 15.
Well, you spoke quite a bit about Beryl Friday as well. She's been very good on Saturday.
Indeed. I used that one last week.
Real shame.
Anyway, you can write that down too. So, Cubby with it now. Misses that one. She hasn't missed many today. And somehow she gets her own rebound again. So Friday, she misses, but there's an obstruction call. This will probably be the last play of the match. And it is. It's a convincing last quarter to the Jets. They've they've taken a 4-goal lead at three-quarter time and turned it into a 16-goal margin. They win it by 12, and it's a 58-42 scoreline. So the Jets, too strong in the end. Lee Drennan, they really dominated the last quarter, my friend.
Yeah, and in fairness, you have actually predicted that at the start of the game. I think that it was a really tight encounter for probably 3 quarters, and then, as you said, you predicted USQ to win by a bit in the end, and comfortable, I guess you could say, looking at the final scoreboard there.
Indeed, so...
Plenty of happy Jets fans on the socials.
The social is lighting up. It seems to be led by Kate Condren, which I assume is Bridie's mum. Loved your comment about the Cubby House. That could go global.
Thank you for being here, Kate.
So, Kate, one of our 24,000 viewers last weekend. We are happy to have them. 58-42. Let's talk about the Wildcats. They were impressive, Lee Drennan.
They were impressive, definitely. You could see that they were coming up against a monumental opponent, essentially.
Well, they're one of the favourites to win the title, aren't they? So let's be honest,
exactly.
we're not being unfair on any other team, but when you think finals, you're thinking Jets, yeah?
Correct.
Yep.
But the Wildcats, absolutely, as you said, they got themselves right up for that contest from the get-go, and obviously took points in the first quarter, which is something that they can walk away from and feel quite happy about. There'd be some positive reflection about plenty of the things that they did, I think, during that game.
Of course, until the fourth quarter, 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, the margin was only 2, and the Jets just pulled away in the end. Best for the Wildcats, my friend.
Best for the Wildcats, I think this is who I chose in the other Wildcats game that I commentated with you as well, but I have to go for Bingham.
Josephine Bingham. She was impressive, hit the deck a lot. She was super fast, very accurate on the shots. For me, it's hard to go past Courtney Baird for me.
The whole game itself.
Yeah, that's incredible effort from her. I thought Jessica Donnelly was good when she's out there as well. So, yeah, there wasn't a lot of bad performance. Like, I couldn't point a finger and say, oh, that's where they lost it. You know what I mean? It was a real team effort, and they played well. Jets just a little bit too much experience. Let's talk about the Jets. Who do you reckon's the best from there, my friend?
Not just because maybe it is just because of the nickname that I created, but I think I genuinely think that I have to go Cubby. Lily Cubby, 18 years of age. That's a serious performance, and when she got herself into that shooting position, I think that it's impressive too, because you sort of think about shooters as being quite tall and quite intimidating characters, and she's not that. She's incredibly skillful. She's finding her form at the right time of the season. Of course, she's in the States 19 squad as well, so she's doing a lot of training there. Their coach said that Houston, Cubby, and I think that's it. Yeah, they were at training most of the week, so with the State 19 side, so she didn't have a lot. So that training's really helping, and she's playing incredibly well at the moment. So, yeah, the Jets do it. So let's talk about what's next. You can flick over to our Courier Mail platform and watch the Cougars taking on the Rays. They're playing right now up in Townsville, and that's on our other platform through the Courier Mail. We're back at 5 minutes to 7. We've got the last game today, and that will be a belter. QUT taking on the USC Thunder, which should be a great match as well. So don't forget, we want to thank our sponsors, HART Sports, Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin, Powerade, Bondivite, and of course Strappit. Our broadcaster is Faust, and the team at Double Take Sports. So that pretty much wraps up the second game of 3 on this Super Saturday. We'll be back at 5 minutes to 7. It's bye for now, and Lee, as always, be brilliant.